you buy lottery tickets your whole life, but you don't ever really plan on, winning them. And that's kind of what sports are. It's just it's a lottery. I grew up in a house that had a doctor for a mom and a dentist for a dad. School was obviously, pretty important. There's never outright pressure to get the grades, but it was expected that you always had to work your hardest. And the one thing that was never accepted was, laziness or, kind of a half-assed effort.
I think probably he knows that if you really put your mind to it, you can do whatever you want, basically. But you have to put your mind to it and know what you want, have a goal. And I think he sets himself some goals, and he just goes out and does it.
And a little bit of luck along the way.
Oh, you have to have that too.
Ready? One, two, three.
He's undersized by NHL standards, and he's a high draft pick. He was drafted in the 200s or somewhere like that. The NHL changed. They did a rule change that got away from the physicality, and now it's more skilled. But Andrew is a survivor of that. He's been 12 years, and he's been undersized and a low draft pick. Everyone always said Andrew couldn't do it, and all the odds were against Andrew growing up.
Even into the NHL, even after I had played a few years in the NHL, I was still very, very aware of how I needed a backup plan, and there was that constant, what-if scenario if I busted my knee or something happened injury-wise, or if I didn't make it. Sports are so fickle with how easily things can be over. I always had that in my back pocket, at least, that I could go back to school and I had the grades, and even still now can have a backup and go and learn something else.
Glad to have you here.
Andrew, nice to meet you.
I am a grad student at MIT. I'll be your guide, and I'll be showing you some of the cooler stuff we've got today.
The technologies are incredible, absolutely incredible. They're actually doing things that most people hadn't even thought of was possible. And you see the amount of research that goes into building a better battery or building a better power source. And some of these radical technologies, they're trying to hit that home run. A few of them will strike out, and there'll be money lost. But in order to get that home run, you gotta take a few swings.
Well, go ahead and spin it. Just keep spinning it. Now it's on.
Wow.
It takes a Boston Bruin to make this thing work.
Yeah, but the river's a lot stronger than me, so.
Well, that's the thing, but this is just a simple 25-watt light bulb. This just gives you an idea about what energy it really does take.
Well, I told everybody at the rink the next day, I said, I just met probably a dozen future billionaires. They could change the world with some of the technology that they're coming up with.
This is kind of weird.
You just hope that people can make it economical so that people can use it and employ it so that it makes financial sense too. If I was done hockey tomorrow and I had to jump into something right away, I think a dream job would be to work on efficiency with companies and different companies, whether it's sports arenas or just businesses and neighborhoods and communities and cities. I mean, when you see technology like that at MIT and some of the developments, and then you meet certain mayors around the country or business owners that are employing these technologies and really saving a lot of money and also saving energy at the same time, I think it's fascinating. The average career in the NHL is short. If you never make it to 100 games, I think the average is next to nothing. You're up for a cup of coffee, and then you're down in the minor leagues, and you might do a couple of tours of duty and get a few games, but that's it. And you could be done in your mid-20s. Everything's been a bonus past about 6 years. I'm at 13 now, and so obviously I've been very fortunate, but I'm getting older for hockey world. But you think about it, if you really take a couple steps back, I mean, that's a lot of life left to do something. I'm not gonna just go fishing every day, so I gotta do something.
Andrew is a Bruin, but more importantly, he's interested in clean technology and where we're going.